specifically, you are tuned into The Element, where everything is rocking, real and relevant, and all for the love of hip-hop. I'm not alone today. I'm so super excited. Moozlie is here. Or should I say Young MaBrrr?
Miss Patty.
How are you, babe?
I'm so good, like blessed, like amazing.
Yeah.
I'm good. A little bit stressed out, I won't lie.
Why are you stressed?
Because, you know, as Moozlie, the artist, you get to just like enjoy this day, and it's like, oh, I did my part.
Right.
But then there's like Moozlie, the record label lady, who has to make sure that everything went well. And there's been one or two things that have happened today, but don't worry. We're bringing it back.
How do you transition between the two? Because, you know, when you wear so many different hats, right? And especially when you're a creative, when you want to be creative, that's that nobody talk to me. I don't want to know about admin. I don't want to know about payroll. I just want to be creative.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, you want to enjoy this moment where now you've given us this beautiful project, but now you got to be a boss. How?
You know what? I have found that if the artist does everything that the artist is supposed to do,
right,
the work of the record label head is very, very easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just try to stay in the artist mode, because that's ultimately the heartbeat of the whole operation. Also, I've got a really great team. Like, Spuda is super on top of it.
Shout out to Spuda.
This is an independent release. Shout out to Spuda, man. This is an independent release, but we did it through our aggregator Africori, and they like super on it. I was actually at the office right before I came here. So you have to have things in place so that you can just do what it is that you need to do.
Right. Okay. Do we sort out the elephant now?
Yeah, let's just get through that.
I'd really like to move on.
I would lie. And you know what a lot of people do now in the interviews? They're like, so nice to ask all the nice questions. Then they
right at the end,
throw it into the end like they're joking.
Punch you.
Like, you know, you wanted to ask, just ask.
So, also like what happened?
Okay, let's figure it out together, because Namangas.
What were you drinking? Let's start there.
You know what? I'm not gonna like 6ix9ine the situation.
Right.
He said, she said. We did. All I'm gonna say is, Azizzar, you know me.
I know you.
You know me
personally as a person. I know you.
Right.
So when I saw it, I was like,
yeah. All I'm gonna say is, I'm not the one to get myself into situations like that, but I'm also not the one to be disrespected.
Right. Right.
That's all I have to say.
All right. I think that clears it up. I don't know if that's what you were after. Personally, I'm not moved, to be quite honest, because I just feel like things happen, things don't happen, but really and truly, I think that some of these things are distractions. Some of these things take away from what it is that we should be focusing on. And it generally tends to happen when you're about to do something really, really incredible.
Yeah.
And those types of things, I'm like, okay, cool. What's really, really happening? But that's what Moozlie has to say about it. Don't say I didn't ask on your behalf. I did ask. And
now you know.
Now you know.
Don't play with me. That's all I'm saying.
Moozlie ain't to be effed with.
Don't do it.
That is really it. So just now we gave a shout out to Spuda, and I think it's on the intro where you really go into about the way that you guys work together and how you guys are the local JMB and doing all this dope. I found that really, really dope. I think because in as much as you guys are openly a couple, there are things that you keep to yourself, as you should in a relationship, to keep it sacred. Do you think that you guys are going to start to show more of your personal lives to us outside of music, for instance?
It's so weird. I feel like me and Spuda like actually share a lot.
True.
Like, I feel like we share a lot. I think if you really do follow me, like, you'll see him here and there in my stories and stuff like that. But he's such a part of my everyday life that I'm not saying he's just like a picture on the wall or something, but for me, he's just so my everyday thing that I don't feel that it's not like a shiny new toy for me.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, he's like such a big part of me. I don't know. I think we can definitely tell people more about the real things that happen in a relationship and when you work with people, because I think sometimes people can stereotype it either like don't mix business with pleasure,
right? Yeah,
or they can just be like just weird. Do you know what I mean? So I think if not weird, they just like over glamorize the power couple thing, you know, like the way that I did it on the track. Bars,
because I could see it. I'm like, okay, she's wearing a fur coat. There's these like thigh highs. He's walking through with these glasses, and it's just like
a movie.
Nobody touch us. They're coming through. But realistically, do you guys have a system? Like, okay, now it's work moves, and I want to talk to you like work moves, or do you just say what needs to be said?
Smooth's always working. Smooth is always working. He will just like mention something to you in passing, like, oh babe, by the way, I need you to blah, blah, blah. And in my head I'm like, nah bro, you gotta sit down with me, send me the slideshow presentation,
send me a meeting request,
and let me know what we're doing, you know. So it's a constant negotiation. Every single day. It's like, I know yesterday I said that was cool, but today uyang Dina, don't do that again. Do you know what I mean? It's a constant negotiation, but
it's real life too.
What works with us is that his dreams and his vision for his own life work if I thrive as well. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And my dream and my vision in my life also work if he's doing well.
Right.
So we are just like there for each other in a dope way.
Okay, Nakisalo Lata Zaga, and then after we get the money, we're going to come back and talk to Moose a little bit more, and we're going to get into the music a little bit more. I got the fluffy stuff that you wanted to know out of the way. Now we're going to get into the real. All right, so it's just gone 24 minutes before we hit 2 o'clock. There's a lot happening. So we've got a full house in studio. You know, I love it when my team is all here. Mr. Instro is also here. Didn't get enough from the producer spotlight on Wednesday. So now he wants to ask Moose a question. I have no idea what it is, but I just wanted to say the views represented by Mr. Instro are not the views.
It's about to go down.
Come through, Mr. Instro.
Okay. Hey, Moozlie.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm awesome. Please ignore these guys. They have a severe emotional problem. Anyway, first of all, congratulations on a very solid project.
Thank you so much.
Had a couple of listens and really enjoying it. So my question is, obviously because I'm the producer guy of this place.
Okay.
What is the production process for you when you're doing like an album? When it's album time, okay, I'm working on an album, because everyone has like different ways of choosing beats. So what's your process in choosing the kind of production? Do you know the kind of sound, or does it just come together? Like, what's the process for Moozlie specifically to choose the kind of production you want for your albums?
All right, so
well done, kid. I'm proud of you.
You know what, with every project we learn more, and we try to streamline our processes. You would know with the first one, because I recorded my first project with you and your brother. I was like in every studio in Joburg, just trying to piece the thing together. Great but messy. Very great but very messy. Then the second project that we recorded at the Red Bull Studios in Cape Town. I flew down with Gemini, and we laid a foundation for what we wanted Victory to be about and sound about. Then we came back to Joburg. I linked up with other producers. People would just send me beats. We filled in the collaboration, and I liked that process. So we did the same thing with SpiritOfAnOG, but this time I was literally on the lockdown, like in South African lockdown. I had just gotten a whole lot of brand new equipment thanks to my Castlelight family. And then I had Sfiso, like a young producer on the rise, come in lockdown with me. He's so young, but he was just able to meet my energy. I think because I had time, I really just wanted to take it back. Do you know what I mean? And just start at the beginning and really just push the pen and teach myself and learn. So that had to come with a lot of like boom bap feelings and boom bap beats. So he literally just made those in front of me because that's the feeling that I wanted. So some of them were just his ideas. Sometimes I would send him an actual reference. Like there's a song I did with 25K. I'd given him like the Nicki Minaj Chan Lee reference for that. yeah, sometimes I'd just go on YouTube and find a type beat.
Yeah.
And then he'd like recreate it for me.
Right.
I think the song that I did with Maggz, the reference that I'd given him for that was the Timberland beat for let me put you on the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
awesome.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what we kind of did. And then in terms of the other beats that we found along the way, Lunatic is just one of the guys that have been in my arsenal for a while.
Right,
he
right.
always just has something for me. And anytime he sends me a pack, I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go.
a
Zuchi
sweet.
Coke Dope, yes. He's a new friend.
Okay.
Very intense guy. But he doesn't miss.
Yeah, he's
Like
he's
anytime
amazing.
he has me in his studio, guys, he's brutally honest, but in a respectful way that shows me that he actually listens to me. He knows what I want to be as well, you know, so he takes that into consideration. Who else is on there? Oh, we've got Black Motion.
Yes.
Like,
how did that come about?
Also Makwa.
Oh, Makwa, yes.
Yes.
Obviously, Makwa, that was Smuda.
Right,
Smuda does a lot of the footwork for me, you know,
Okay,
just
dope,
in terms
dope.
of that. So he brought Makwa in. Black Motion, hey, man, we just thank God for that one.
It just happened.
We thank God for that one, man. Obviously, I know Murder through Zintle, so we always just like hanging out. When he played me that song, I like needed to have it. There's my Ian Major on there. We got that one from my producer, from my engineer rather, Ulutando.
Yeah.
So I like to be very open. And I just like to allow things to happen, but I like to collaborate with people who are not gonna try like now tell me what to do and like
Yeah. There needs to be a balance.
like I need direction. I don't need like you to just like no.
Right. I get that. Yeah. So one last question. Do you mind?
I don't mind, but can we go get money first? Okay, thanks. Another one of my favorite people there, Kid X. It's now 18 minutes before we hit 2 o'clock. As Uncle sure if this thing is gonna end at 2. The way ngibona ngakhona. But we'll ask Moose if she's got time or not. However, we are having a really, really dope time with Moozlie, and Mr. Instro is here on a
Last
Friday.
question.
One more question to go. He says it's like yes or no, very intense. I don't know what it is. Let's hear it.
Okay, so my question is also a suggestion.
Okay.
I need a yes or no, but I'm also trying to suggest something to you. Okay. All right. So please, Aziz, please.
Okay.
Can I just tell you guys, when Mr. Instro laughs like that, he's nervous as hell because he has no idea how you're going to receive what he needs to say.
And what's crazy is I know this guy, so for him to be this nervous,
Bruh, every day. Every day.
okay.
All right, Mr. Instro, I'm going to count you down and you must just shoot, okay?
Yeah.
You got this. You know what you want to know. This is your home. Moozlie is our guest. And she's nice and she's going to be honest. Okay?
And
I mean, it's a simple question.
All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So I just wanted to find out that somewhere in the future, near future, are we ever gonna get a Moozlie and Lunatic like EP, like Project Nyana? I'll tell you why. Because that guy kind of brings something very special into, you know, who you are as an artist. I don't think I ever get that sense from you in any other like production. Yes, you've worked with so many other producers, but there seems to be like some kind of unknown chemistry that comes with
For sure.
the collaboration with Lunatic.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to find out, are we ever gonna get like an EP nya, which is also like side by nya,
Yeah.
a suggestion nya.
I mean, EPs are short. I could have put like a 2-track EP with like La 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 and you know what it is, and
Yes,
called
yes.
it like a Lunatic and Moozlie situation.
You could, but you guys,
You know? Yeah, we've got great energy, you know. Like I always call him Uinkabiam.
sure.
Like
sure.
I can trust him to shoot for me,
Right.
and he gets me. It's a very safe space. I also almost feel like I grew up with him. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I feel like we went to the same parties, like the same hood, the same whatever, but not even. From your lips to God's ears, I would not be opposed to that at all.
Amen. It's done.
Is that how you sign out? What kind of a host are you?
Yo, I thought that was going to be a way scarier question, bro.
Bruh, let me tell you guys, Mr. Instro's like that. Azizzar, listen. And then it's 10 minutes of a build up. And then it's like, hey man, I just want to go get lunch. Is that okay? Thank you, Mr. Instro, for coming through.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your really
Do
dope
I get
questions.
the producer stamp of approval on Spirit of an OG?
It's there. It's
Producer stamp of approval.
Okay, so Moose got the
Yes, honey.
from Mr. Instro. She also got the. So shout out to you, babe. Shout out to Moozlie. We're going to go a little bit left because you mentioned the joint earlier on. We're going to play You Do Me Tladi Rouge and Moozlie. Then we're going to come back and talk more Spirit of an OG. I agree, the engineer was the host.
Yes.
So we now need to
Back to regular
recalibrate.
programming.
We have to recalibrate and do the things. And then we're going to come back and talk more Spirit of an OG. Hopefully, Moozlie's got time for me. Let's see what happens. It's just gone 10 minutes before we hit 2 o'clock. It is the element where everything's rocking, real and relevant, and all for the love of hip-hop. We're kicking it with Moozlie. I have to say, all of the people on the socials, like, no one cares about me. I realized this today because the engagement today is hella. So there's a nice question that I see on Massive Metro's Facebook, and it says, which female rapper would you feature in your next project between Boiti, Indigo Stella, and D Koala?
Oh, I've actually got a record with Indigo Stella. I don't know what she's going to do with it, but it's her record. It's really dope.
Oh, nice.
Big D Koala fan.
All right.
Like in terms of the new wave,
Yeah.
I feel like she has one of the most authentic voices.
Right.
Like she just pioneered a whole new style. There's so many other people now that are coming up, you know, doing what her and Younger kind of broke the doors down for.
Yeah.
So Love D, definitely trying to do something with her.
All right, your lips to God's ears. Now, back to my show. because,
Okay, welcome back, Azizzar.
I mean, thanks guys for letting me sit in on my own show. I really appreciate it. Talk to me about how. Hello, Spuda. Nangu Spuda, we summoned him. Nangu Spuda is here. Big shout out to Spuda, always making sure that Moozlie is here for moi and also just a dope gent. Bye, Spuda. All right, back to real business now. Spirit of an OG. Tell me how we got to the title, and then I have another question, but answer me first.
Okay, so you know, I always just like did the V thing, like
Yeah.
versus victory.
Yeah.
This one could have been valiant,
Oh,
but I mean,
ma'am,
that's not like that cool.
you're slungulela.
So I just it was like the lockdown. Also, I knew that this was actually supposed to be a very short EP when we started.
Here we are, 16
And then-
joints in.
Exactly. So I wanted it to be like projecty. I wanted it to have a feeling, like a mood. Like I really wanted it to like also just represent my presence and my position in the game and what it is that I do and what it is that I bring, and just like I wanted to put a title to my energy. Really, like that's what I was trying to do. And when I recorded Lala, I didn't think that it would be the title of the song, because on the second verse of Lala I say, young queen with the spirit of an OG.
Yes.
Seems like everywhere I go they seem to know me. But when I just like thought about it for a while and I just fell so deep in love with Lala, I was like, spirit of an OG. I like it. Yeah.
So, with that being said, which 3 to 5 OGs that you love and respect can you say you channeled on this project?
Ooh, hectic. I'm probably definitely Pro.
Yes.
R.I.P. He's there. You may not really pick it up at first, but there's some Jay-Z in there. There's some B.I.G. in there. Locally, who else is there locally? I don't know. Locally, I just have to always just try to do me, because when you try to like, it's too close to like try replicate or try to draw too closely to what other people are doing.
Yeah.
But just a lot of me, really, you know, just quite the OG that I think I am. I think my in terms of like learning from other OGs, I learn from them in different ways. You know, I'm around these people all the time, so it's
Yeah.
not like they give me a textbook and they're like, hey Moozlie, you should do this, you should do this. I literally just watch and I learn, you know. People like L.E.S. Oh, what am I saying? Maggz, sorry. Maggz. Oh my gosh, when I grew up I want to rap like Maggz. Gosh, yes.
Maggz.
Every. And I think Maggz might be mad if I call him an OG.
Why?
Cause it's like, he's spiritually yes, but like, come on, it's Maggie, yo.
I understand that, but like, I would do Maggz Umdala.
Would you call Keenan an OG?
No, and you know why?
Why?
Because I'm 30, so he's not that much older than me.
Okay, how old is Maggz?
Maggz is 30.
Let's just stop.
No, okay, but on a very serious note,
I think there's also a song called Goli where I really did try to channel
the movie,
my Easy Does It kind of a, you know, that tear gassy, just kind of tells stories in that kind of a way.
I love that joint because it sounds like a local mafia movie. Like there's a way that I hear music sometimes, and I can see what I'm hearing, and when I saw it I'm like, okay, we are telling the story of like a hood gangster and Moozlie's a sniper, and there's so much that's happening. It's gritty, it's grimy, and I just love that you managed to achieve that on that joint because it sounds really dope, but it's so visual.
It's very, very visual. Shout out to Sfiso for that one, man. He really came through with that beat. Also, I think because we felt that movie thing, when I found the Jerusalem clip, because that's actually the first clip on the song. It's a clip from Jerusalem where they steal a car from this guy. But they don't know how to drive. So the guy has to sit in the middle and teach them how to drive this car to get to town. And then when they get to town, he's like, guys, then the guy says to him, wena mana ngishizomtshela ukuthi sitshontshile le moto bona ngizogaya imali ye-cab nekholi futhi uyabonakala ukuthi I need now fuck off, like, and that is Joburg. People will just show you flames, ask you to help them walk through the fire that they put you in, and then back niggas mali cold drink, but sorry
about that.
It's wild. Joburg is wild, guys. It's wild.
So for people who might not know Moozlie the person, in what ways are you, or is your spirit like an OG? In what ways in your everyday life? Because we can hear it, you showed it to us in the music, but as you the person, in what ways?
I think I just have a very unbreakable spirit, and I think that's something that a lot of people who are young and looking into the game, they just look at us, L.E.S and Moozlie and all these people, and we just make it look so easy that they may think it's easy, and then when they get onto their own journey, they just feel like, oh no, people are not putting me on, people are blocking me out, people are doing this, people are doing that, but they don't realize that it's really just a part of your journey, you know. So I really do feel a calling to just not necessarily like be a preacher or whatever, but just to be a living testament, to be like, hey, don't stop, just keep moving, just keep going, rely on yourself, you can make it, you know. And sometimes a lot of the OGs are so busy being OGs that it's difficult for them to like translate those stories to the kids, because the kids, they're just like, hi man, you're gonna be fine, when a man, just, you know,
keep going, we've been there, it's all right.
Exactly. So I think that's what I wanted to do with this project.
Alright, it's just gone 3 minutes before we hit 2 o'clock. Yo, it looks like someone on Facebook is interested in me.
Wow.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome to the show,
Azizzar, please
Azizzar.
show your face. Why? You see it every day. It's the same face as it was yesterday. Moozlie said, "Oh, smile." We're gonna play you Moozlie with a joint called "Dangerous" to take us to the 2 o'clock news, and hopefully on the other side of 2 o'clock, she'll still be here. Yo, it's just got 10 minutes after 2 o'clock. Moozlie's still here. She's going to chill with me for the next few minutes as we continue and wrap up the conversation of Spirit of an OG. All right, babe. So 16 joints in. There's something that you've been saying for the past, ever since you told us about Spirit of an OG. You keep saying, no mistakes.
Say it again.
No mistakes.
Yes.
16 joints. Why was it so important for you to let us know that? And I also wanted to ask about Ingoma and Obvious.
Oh yes. Okay. What was the question before that one? Because that obvious one has been stressing me the whole morning. Azizzar, man.
Babe, sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, so No Mistakes Sbuda is always coming with the slang and the sayings and the everything. So no mistakes is just like a thing that everybody says. Well, not everybody, like, the cool kids, like,
actually, I'm
like
not
a thing
cool.
that people say. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna make any mistakes, because I mean, that's just not possible. But it's just about having that state of mind of knowing that you are exactly where you were supposed to be. Your word says go, like you are just in control of the situation, no mistakes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just the whole thinking behind that. And then in terms of obvious and Ingoma, yeah, that was just like a little mistake at the aggregator. We submitted everything. Yeah, it was like a technical thing. So they solving it. I think Apple has already been solved. Spotify, I think they figured out, because I was at the office while we were there. But yes, excuse guys.
So this is one of those things that you were talking about earlier on, where you can't just be an artist.
Dude, do you know what I mean? And I think it's a lot easier for me in those moments to be the record label head, because if I'm the artist, I'm like losing my mind. Like, why would you do this to me? God, you are ruining my work. And because I mean, it's an experience, and you track list things in a particular way because you want people to experience it in a way. So it was a little bit of a hack, but it doesn't matter. The music will live on forever.
Describe yourself as a boss.
I'm a boss bee.
No, that much you know. Okay, rephrase. Describe yourself as a leader.
I really like to work with people who know what they're doing. Even if you're not like an expert, like at least pretend and do like, do you know what I mean? Like, I like to work with people who are like me. We are very practical. We like to get things done. And you just also have to be, I'm talking about other people. What about me? What kind of a leader am I? I don't know, man. I'm like one of those leaders who's like with you in the trenches. Like we're all working on this together. Like Lutando, who's my engineer, he's the Moozlie of engineering. Like Bafo, wonko muntu depende gwena. Like, then there's Fiso, who was pretty much the head producer. Like, Fiso's putting the steps in slow and wrong and forgetting one separate or whatever. I'm just like, Fiso, the whole team is depending on you, bro.
Do you say it like that? Or are you do you get super intense when you're in boss mode? Like, okay, you guys are messing with my vision. I ain't got time to play today.
I always talk to people the way I would like to be spoken to.
Right.
That's very, very big for me. And I also like to hear other people out, because maybe they have a suggestion that, or they're seeing it from a place that I'm not seeing it. But for me to get to that place, like I'm allowed to like shout and Spood in the car. Not at Spooda, but I vent to Spooda.
Like you vent like, there.
All these people are just by the time I get to the car, get out the car, get to where we're going, I'm like calm.
Yeah.
I can communicate clearly.
Yeah.
Because I'm only human at the end. But I try to be super understanding, because Lord knows I am not perfect either.
Right. Okay, so from the 16, which was the most fun to make?
The most fun to make? Probably Dangerous, because we recorded that at L.E.S's house.
Oh, fun.
That actually was recorded right after, like, I was at a nasty seizure back from Pretoria. We went to L.E.S's house. Kenan was there. It was long ago though, guys. It's not now on the corona.
No, I'm not even talking about now on the corona. I'm just talking about, sometimes you think, no, they go gig and then maybe chill a little bit and then go home and sleep like normal people because there's another gig tomorrow.
Sometimes we do, babe, but not always. Like, also L.E.S's house, if you've ever been to L.E.S's house and seen that studio, like the vibe is just way too much. So that was definitely a fun song to make.
Which was the most difficult?
The most difficult? I don't know. All the songs presented their own challenges. Maybe For Always Freestyle, because I was really mad. Like, I had to get out of my feelings to get it done. And sometimes that's difficult to do. When you're like hurt and when you're coming with ego and all these things, that's not easy to do. So that one was quite wild to make.
Okay, which one are you most proud of?
I don't know. I'm really proud of all of them for different reasons. I think La 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 extremely proud of, because I can see my like 8-year-old self at my grand's house with my cousins, like that TKZ family vibe. Like,
Yes.
I love that song so much. I think Fighting is very, very special, like that Black Motion collaboration. Beyond the fact that it's me and Black Motion, the song, the message, it's like so dope. But asibasabi as well ngoba vele asibasabi. Asibasabi vele. You know, different songs for different reasons.
When did you make Us Wasabi? Please, can we just talk about that?
I made that song a long time ago.
I know, but people's minds will be like, this one just got snuck in. Hey, wada.
I'm so glad you guys trust me that. The fact that also people were thinking that this was a campaign.
Yes.
Like, no, I'm a big budget campaign as Lanebo Thomas since I'm a campaigning. Okay. So it's not a campaign. Girl is just going off for no reason. Not a campaign. You know, just, yeah.
You know what? I'm actually going to have to play I'm a Star again just because of what you said. Because on I'm a Star, you say, Bega Leiboto.
Like, hating on me?
Why are they hating?
Cause I'm caking, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to actually end everything with I'm a Star. But before I let you go, firstly, I'm very proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
am very, very proud of you. I think you are the epitome of perseverance. I think you are also the epitome of what can we do even though things might not be great. And I think I saw that the most during this lockdown. We were having a chat with the team where we were talking about, yo, you really were working quite a lot. Like, there's a lot that came out this year that had your name on it. And I was like, I don't even know how she is doing it, just in terms of her mind, you know, because when things are not great, it's difficult for creatives to create. And not only did you create, you created some really dope stuff. You gave us visual content. You started a YouTube channel. You put together a project. You got a huge deal. Like, you did a lot in 2020, and I know 2020 was not easy, but just in case you forgot, I wanted to remind you that you did that in 2020, and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, girl.
I can't stand this one. We're gonna be fine. Thank you so much for rocking out with me.
Thank you. Guys, you guys have to play Asibasabi. And then Nyankela, guys, please.
But produce.
You don't have to play right now. I'ma go, but all I'm saying is y'all better let them know that I said Asibasabi.
Tell that chick we outside. You know, when I heard it, I was like,
I'm outside. Kibona, nanmina ngikusabi. Angikusabi, ngiyakufuna. Angikusabi, ngiyakufuna. I said, tell that little girl I'm outside. Give me 9. I'm just getting gassed. I'm just getting gassed now because I'm with my friend. And now what if I'm outside? Oh gosh, that's not
Sis corner, Silla, Spanning foot. All right, guys. So the joint that we're gonna play it a little bit later on. It's called Asibasabi featuring 25K The Plug. It's really a vibe outside of the trash talk. It's actually quite a vibe. But I definitely have to play you I'm a Star. If you were listening to what Moozlie was saying just now, you'll know why. And if you don't know why, I'll let you know why again a little bit later on. Also, listen to the lyrics. Don't just vibe out. But before I play you I'm a Star, we need to go get more money, and after we get more money, I'm going to play I'm a Star. And then what we're going to do is until 3 o'clock, we're going to give you the number ones from the Element Top 20 throughout the year. Oh yeah, I have an announcement to make, but after we get the money. Sure.
Yeah, Griselda Blanca with the trap moves. All my diamonds got the dance moves. If you don't approve, I ain't really got a thing to prove. I'm big news, I'm front page, I'm self-made, I'm self-paid. I go fetch, you just sit, you's a small dog, I'm that. Yeah, young queen and I'm reppin' Penn City. I got the whole East bumpin' that victory. These ninjas, yeah, you know they riding with me. Aboka Slam, Eba Pumeka